Okay, today we're going to talk about fact families. Let me go ahead and write that down. So when you're in third grade, your fact families that you typically work with are of the two operations, multiplication and division. In lower elementary, you were supposed to have mastered addition and subtraction, and fact families would have been one of the ways that you could study those. So in third grade, we are going to use fact families to help us study multiplication and division. So let's just start with a basic example of a pretty simple basic fact. Let's say we want to do the basic multiplication fact 3 times 4. So we would write 3 times 4 equals 12. You write out the whole thing, including the product. Let me slide that over a little bit so we can see it better here. Okay, so you have 3 times 4 equals 12. Now, we have another fact that's related to that. It's in the same family. So what that means, it's going to have all of the same numbers. It's just going to be arranged differently. So all we have to do for the multiplication one is flip the two factors. Those are the two numbers that you multiply together. So we can change it to 4 times 3 equals 12. So that's another member of the family. Now there are also 2 division members. The important thing to remember when doing the division members is start with the biggest number. Okay, the biggest number in this case is 12. Okay, so you start with 12. And then your division sign, which would be a short line with a dot on the top and a dot on the bottom. And then one of the smaller numbers, doesn't matter which one, 4 equals, and then your answer would be the other number you haven't used yet, which in this case is 3. So we have 12 divided by 4 equals 3. Okay? Now you do your other division member. Always start with the biggest number when you do the division ones. So 12 divided by, and then you just flip-flop these two numbers. So 3 would go here, equals 4. So now with one fact family, you have practiced 4 different basic facts. Okay, 2 of them were multiplication basic facts, and 2 of them were division basic facts. So let's go ahead and try another one. Let's do 7 times 8. So 7 times 8 equals 56. Now let's do the other multiplication one. Flip-flop the 2 factors. 8 times 7 equals 56. Okay, now a division one. Remember, start with the biggest number. 56 divided by, let's go with 7, equals, and then the other number you haven't used is 8. Okay, so 56 divided by 7 equals 8. Now let's do our last division one. 56 divided by, this time we'll flip these, 8 equals 7. Okay? The key to remembering the division ones is always start with a bigger number, because let me just show you an example here. Let's say you said 8 divided by 56 equals 7. Well, it's got all the right numbers, but if you actually did 8 and tried to divide it into 56 equal parts, it wouldn't give you 7. Okay? It would be the wrong answer. So you have to always start with the biggest number with the division, something that you definitely want to make sure you remember. Okay? Let's try one more, and then you can think of any facts and do fact families on your own for practice. So let's say this time I want to do, let's go with 6 times 4. 6 times 4. 6 times 4 equals 24. Flip-flop your factors. 4 times 6 equals 24. Now on to the division. Start with the biggest number. 24 divided by 6 equals 4. Do the other division member. 24 divided by 4 equals 6. And there you have your whole fact family. And they're related because all of them have the same numbers. 6, 4, 24, 6, 4, 24, 6, 4, 24, 6, 4, 24. It's just the arrangement that makes them different. So that's how you do fact families to help you study multiplication and division. So on your own, go ahead and practice, I would say at least 10 more fact families from your basic multiplication facts that you already know. That will help you review them, and it will help you start to learn division.